Hi everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, we're going to be making some bracelets, and they're very fun, very easy to do. You'll see that it doesn't take a long time, which I love. And I'm sure you already have everything you need to make these, because the main materials are ribbons. These are organza ribbons that I've used, and beads. That's your main ingredients. You would need a needle and a thread. And let me first show you this. So these are quite big beads I've used, but it works with big beads. I've used smaller round beads here. These were ovals. These are round with a different color on top, and it really is bright, and I love that for summer. And I've used something a little different here. These beads are not totally round. They are flat on both sides. And I've used another color ribbon. I don't know if you can really see it, but honestly, in real life, you can see the colors because the organza is so light and so transparent. It's really, really nice. And you can space them more if you wanted to, or keep them very close to each other. That's totally an option. So you can see here, you can change the beads. You can choose the beads any size, any color, almost any shape. Same thing for the ribbons. It can be organza, it can be in any color. And also you can use any size of a ribbon, any width. And in this bracelet I'm going to show you, I'm going to use other beads that I haven't used yet, and a piece of organza that is also smaller. Okay, so this one I'm going to use here is white, because I'm going to use, again, different colors here. I'm not going to use just one, but these beads are bicones, as you can see here, so it's going to have a different shape than the others. These were flat on both sides, and these are going to probably be more seen because they're a little bit bigger. You will need 2 flat nose pliers. That's to open your jump rings. So, of course, jump rings. You will need a clasp, a lobster clasp here, and 2 end ribbons that, have some kind of teeth to them, where you go and pinch them, and it's going to be around your ribbon. I'm sure that a lot of you have this already at home, so nothing to buy specifically. And you will need a thread and a needle. I would consider using a thread that is quite sturdy. In my other examples, I have used a different thread that was a bit too weak, so I doubled it up. I would consider using about 60 centimeters if you double it, which means 30 and 30, and in inches it would be 24 inches, and then you double it up. I wanted to do this for this one, but actually I found out that it's a bit bigger and thicker, and it's sturdier, so I'm not going to double it. I'm just going to use this one here. I'm making a double knot at the end just to make sure to secure it, and I didn't do it very well. I'm going to do it again. I really want to make sure that my beads are not going to go anywhere. I'm going to cut this part here. Okay, needle, thread. Don't worry, it's really not complicated. Might come a little closer, just zoom in a little bit for you. And I'm going to work directly on the spool so I won't have to waste. Actually, if you go around your wrist, you would need about 3 times the size you would use for your wrist, approximately. But I work on the spool so I don't have to worry about having too much waste. We will cut the ends later. We will have to cut a little bit off, but it's easier and much cheaper, economical to do it this way. So you're going to leave a little tail here that is about 3 inches long just to make it secure. And then you're going to fold it, okay? So I'm right-handed. I'm going to work like this. So you've got this little tail here on your left. And first what you're going to do here is decide how wide or how long you want that piece to be. Like if you want to have your bead in here, or if you want to have your bead close to the surface, if you know what I mean. Like for example here, my ribbon is quite tall compared to my bead. Can you see that? Okay, if I take this example, it's not as big. It's going over my bead. It's bigger, but not as long. So that's also something you can train first to make sure what you like best, but there's no wrong or right way, and it's going to have a different look to it. That's the only thing. So again, I have my little tail here on the left, and you are going to put it here in the center. Try to be always centered. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go back and forth just to make it secure, not coming exactly in the same hole, but just to make it secure. And I'm not putting my needle all the way through. Right now I have my tail on the right, and I'm going to start putting a bead. And again, I'm not putting my needle all the way through, and I'm just going to go there. I thought it was the easiest way. I've done this many ways, and for me it's the easiest way to do it. And you're trying to make it even, which means that here on the bottom you have a little space. Maybe I should come a little closer again. So you can see my ribbon is here, and I've got my ribbon there, and I'm going to try to put all the other ribbons at the same height, so you won't have something like this, if you know what I mean. Okay, it's not going to look nice. So doing it this way, I think is the easiest way to go. And again, always try to be centered. Here, you see, I'm not centered. I need to be centered there too. So the first two are going to be a bit more complicated, but honestly, after you've done 3 or 4, it's going to go much quicker. And for me, for the purpose of the video, I don't really see much, but you'll see it go fast. So at this stage, I still keep my needle there, and I'm just going to put another bead. Okay, that's why having a long needle is going to be helpful. Okay, I like it this way. They're all even. So what I'm going to do now is take the first one away, push that one back, use another color. This is maybe a bit too light. Let me use this one. And I'm going to keep on doing this. And every time you've got your other piece here, so you can really match it. You can see that everything is even, and you can continue putting your beads. For me, I thought it was much easier than trying to use a ruler and count how many inches you have in between. I think that's the easiest way to go. I'm not completely centered. That's good. I'm going to take just 2 away, and I'm going to keep on doing this. So you're going to do this. Don't forget, you can pause the video, go back and watch it again if it's not that clear. And you're going to finish it up exactly how you ended. You started here. And actually what I have done for my bracelets is that I haven't been going all the way, I didn't put my beads all the way on the back, because I think that it's easier, it's nicer when you put your wrist on the table, that you don't have all the beads here. You could go all the way around your wrist. I decided to stop here and then put my clasp, my closures. It's totally up to you how many beads you want to put. There's no wrong and right. Again, especially with these beads, because they're really big. And since sometimes I work or need to write, if it's too big, I feel a bit uncomfortable. On the back side here of my wrist, it's going to be flat, and I like that. Okay, so now I'm going to finish up my bracelet, and I'll show you, I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to put all the beads I need, and then I'll show you how to finish it up. So see you in a second. Okay, so I finished my bracelet. I think I have enough. I'm trying right now to see if I need to space them a little bit more or not. But actually, I really like the way it is. Even on the side. You can wear it on the side as well. It's really nice. Look at this. It's quite even everywhere, so I'm going to keep it as is. So I'm finishing it up just like I showed you before, like we started. Now I'm going to put my thread and my needle completely through. Okay, you just need to pull everything back. All right, making sure here it's fine as well. Okay. That's good. Right. I like the space. I like everything. So I'm going to call it good. So I end up here. Let me put it this way because I'm, again, right-handed. It's easier for me. And I'm going to go back, not in the same hole, but I'm going to go back into my bead and into here and make a knot to secure it, okay? So I'm just going back here into my bead and going out in here, right? Let me pull that. Okay. If you wish, if you prefer, you can do it another time. Let me see. Yeah, I might do it another time just to really secure it. And one more time going through here, just next to it. And back in there. Okay. Right, and now we're going to finish making a knot. Putting my finger there to make it as close as I can to my bead. And I'm going to do another one. Putting my finger there. Pulling. Whoops, I did it wrong this time. I'm going to do it another time. I think this is too long. There you go. All right. That's going to be much better. Okay, and now I'm going to cut the excess off. And because this is the back of your bracelet, you're not going to be able to see it, right? Okay, so now I can cut here from the spool. And I'm going to put it around my wrist. I can zoom out a little bit now. I'm going to go around my wrist and see how long I want it to be. Look at that, isn't it cute? I love it. It's really girly. I mean, you can wear this because of its multicolor with any kind of color you're wearing. So obviously this is too long. You might do a knot if you wanted to, but I really want to do, I can't make a knot here, nice, something nice alone. Some people would do that, but unless you have something to help you, you can't close it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my two pieces together here. Okay, I'm going to align them the best I can. It doesn't have to be absolutely accurate, but I want to cut these at the same length. All right, and I'm going to check again. Do this little by little. Don't cut too much because you'll have to do it again. All right, I think I can cut it one more time, much shorter, actually. Okay, and your organza may fray, so what I would consider is taking a lighter and very quickly doing this. It's going to stop fraying. Do the same thing on the other side, and I'm going to cut this one straight. Much better. Use the lighter and just do that. You see, it didn't burn it. It's still the same color. Now that this is done, we're going to use our two end cores like this, or end caps. I'm not sure about the name you call that. I've closed this one too much. I'm going to take another one. I'll open it up later. Sometimes I don't feel my strength. I just like to close them just a little bit with my fingers like this. Okay. And I'm going to put it there. It's exactly the size of my end ribbon here. If it was not, what you could do is just fold it just a tiny bit so it matches. Okay, here I don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to put it in there as deep as I can go, and I'm going to press with my fingers. And then I'm going to use my flat nose pliers and completely press that down to really, really make it secure. Right, and I'm going to turn it over, do the same thing on the other side. If you have, I'm sorry they're all ugly, but they don't like humidity. That's where I used to live. You can use these flat nose pliers as well. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, of course. Sometimes people like to secure it even more by putting a dab of glue. You can do that. And good. Now that it's almost in place, I'm going to do the same thing. Really going to make sure it's centered. And press. Really pressing hard. Using my 2 hands here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is take 2 jump rings. I'm going to open one. Don't ever open them this way, okay? You open them parallel to one another. There you go. I'm going to put one more jump ring here inside, and I'm going to put the other one here and close it. Make sure it's really well closed. It's not going to open, because that's how sometimes we lose our bracelets. It's because the jump rings are not well shut. All right, so this one is done. I'm going to use another jump ring. And I think one is going to be enough on this side. And what am I going to do here? I'm just going to put my clasp on this one. And that's done. Your bracelet is over. I mean, really, it didn't take too... I like to overlap them just a little bit, just to make it really secure. All right. And now, I hope I'm going to be able to... I need to put it this way. And I'm going to close it. I don't like when they're not too tight. And there you go. See? If you have made your bracelet too short, there's one thing you can do. Look at that. I really love it. And it's really the right size for me. I like when it moves a little bit. If you made yours a little bit too short and you don't want to redo it, just put more jump rings like this, one after the other. So you'll have more space, and it's going to make your bracelet longer. So that's very easy to do, just in case you made it too short. Look at that, how nice. Even if it was on the side, it would still look pretty. And look, the different beads I have here, different colors, different sizes. This ribbon is much smaller, as you can see, than this one. But it still looks really nice, and you can change all the colors, the beads, again, like I said before, the colors of your ribbons. So have fun, do this. You can make a whole bunch of these. You can wear, if they were small like these, maybe 2 or 3 at a time. Now people wear mini bracelets on their wrist. It's really, really nice. I don't know which one you prefer. Just let me know in the comments below. Would you do that? And don't forget that I have a Facebook page. I will put the link below. Don't worry, I'm a bit late with my posting on Facebook, but you can still post your pictures of what you have done on my Facebook page. The link again is under the description below. And please, if you like this video, don't forget, give me some thumbs up, because it helps my channel to grow. And also subscribe if you haven't yet. And welcome for all new subscribers. Hit the bell button so you'll know every time I post a new video. And please share on social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and all the others. Thank you so much. Take care and see you soon.